Transit of Jupiter in first house from Moon sign Aquarius. The date starts from 5th of April 2021 till 14th September 2021. The transit of Jupiter in first house from Moon sign Aquarius. The date starts from 5th of April 2021 till 14th September 2021. During this particular period, Jupiter will move through your first house Aquarius. This brings in some significant negative results about your life, about yourself. Aquarius, your health would require attention. And you have to take care of yourself to avoid any kind of health problem. Avoid taking risk when it comes to your health. Financially also, you may have to face a rough phase. You may lose some of your money due to unnecessary expenditures. Avoid long distance traveling as it may not yield some sort of a expected result during this particular time. Aquarius, you are also likely to suffer during this particular travel. There is also a chance of you staying away from native land during this particular phase. If unemployed, Aquarius, you may face disappointment regarding your employment. This particular time could also prove to be trying time professionally. Avoid any kind of argument with your seniors at work. It may give you mental agony. Moreover, put extra effort to complete your projects successfully on time. This period may also see you suffer from health problems or sometime a penalty or punishment from government authorities. So be careful from any kind of legal punishment from higher authorities or loss of position at work. So be careful. You got to hold on to your position, Aquarius. Respect, do not put these into kind of risk at any cost. So you got to hold on to your position. Don't take any huge risk regarding profession. Moreover, avoid any arguments, Aquarius, with the family members. Try to keep calm, exercise patience, exercise tolerance. Be cautious in your choices while dealing with people. You would also need to keep your spirit high, as this period may bring along mental agony and depression as well. However, some of you may also find solution to some of your previous problem during this particular phase. You may also get the news of the conception of the child. If you're going through that particular phase of life in your life, your interest in religious work will be rising. If you're a student, you're also likely to excel during this particular time, especially if you're a student. Aquarius students, your prestige in society also likely to move up during this particular time. Jupiter transit in first house Aquarius. Transit is beginning of a major cycle of growth, productivity, rising, accomplishment, achievement, getting successful, starting a new project in your life, starting a new chapter in your life. While Jupiter is in the first house, you must try to discover what you're really capable of, your own limits. You should get to know yourself, what you can really accomplish, what you can really do, your real true potential, your real ability, and what you're capable of to the limit or beyond limit. Because under this influence, you feel more secure about yourself and the influence that you make upon others. Aquarius, you will be a lot more confident, brave, presentable, dignified in this transit. But you should not react to this transit by exaggerating your own importance either. Look at the truth of who you are, what you are capable of, that you should be entirely adequate. This is also time of upgrading your knowledge, ability, skill set, and gaining a new experience. All this is a part of your present need for growth, which affect not only yourself, but also the way you deal with scenario as a whole. At this time, it is very important to outgrow and upgrade your attitude or prejudice that may have hung over with you from a long time. You have to take care of that. Personal resources are likely to be drawn to you for help, and you should take that constructive advantage of that attitude at that situations. In other words, anyone whom you may become involved at this time should benefit from the association as much you do from their benefit. The benefit will be mutual. Both of you can help each other in the best way. Only through mutual help will you really achieve the growth. The answer is yes. You can build a huge networking And that networking will help you to achieve your goal. There's an honest truth. The spiritual dimension of you should be greater now. You have to know the deeper dimension meaning as well. Otherwise, the rest become meaningless. This year should be quite fortunate for you in personal times. Your relationship persons and professional encounters with others should work to your advantage consistently. Jupiter will raise your self-confidence, and poise should serve you well, enable you to realize the scope of your activities. But try not to be overbearing. Even if you score significant success, don't delude yourself into thinking that you will have all the answers and solution to each and every problem. The answer is no, but you have some answers. That's the truth. You're still learning, upgrading, developing, absorbing under this transit, Jupiter transit in first house. But whenever you're going through facing these problems, 8th house is occupied by any planet. 2nd house, 5th house, 9th house, 12th house occupied by enemy of Jupiter, and Moon is occupied in 4th house. 2nd house, 5th house, 9th house, 12th house is occupied by Rahu or Venus or Mercury or Saturn. Loss of status or prestige or comfort or family happiness, trapped by enemies, lack of support and guidance. And do raise the Jupiter with the help of these tasks. Number 1, bury 7 kilogram black salt in a cultivated land on Saturday early morning. Task number 2, do pierce your left nostril and do wear a white metal stud for 129 days. And after these days, take out the stud and flow in the fastest flowing river. Transit of Jupiter in 12th house. From Moon sign Aquarius, 14 September 2021 till 20th of November 2021. During this particular period, Jupiter will move through your 12th house from Moon sign Aquarius. This indicates expenditure for you. The outflow of money is expected to be greater than the inflow. Above all, you may also find difficulty in trade, business, especially related to if your business is related to cattle or car, business related to property. So that kind of business. Aquarius, however, you also likely to spend some money on auspicious occasion and also traveling around the world, long distance travel. Aquarius, this period may force upon you a phase in which you may have to stay away from your own native place, from your own house, residence, comfort, and away from your family. If employed, Aquarius, hold on to your position and rank at work. This period may refrain from putting yourself into risk at this time, please. Mental and physical health may suffer. You may experience mental affliction, grief, fear, uncertainty, and paranoia. Avoid undertaking any risk that involve risk. During this particular period, Aquarius, you are susceptible to go astray and behave in a way that is not very usual of you. Your good conduct may vanish temporarily. During this phase, you may be negative in your attitude while approaching your nearest one. This society may go against you. You may also be humiliated and defamed on the social front, and avoid being caught in any unpleasant situation. However, some of you also likely to earn some extra money with which you may consider buying a car or property of your choice. Jupiter in 12th house, benefit is one of the 12th house transit. Aquarius, that is likely to be quite beneficial. Although Aquarius, the benefit won't be as obvious as you experience in other houses. You cannot compare Aquarius, the benefit of Jupiter's transit in 12th house as compared to other houses. The answer is no. As this is a time, Aquarius, you have the capacity to learn a great deal about spirituality, religious dimension of your life. Aquarius, you also can learn a great deal about yourself without encountering the fear or resistance that you often experience when you come face to face with aspect of yourself that you consider less desirable. And sometimes, may I say, dispassionately and even compassionately at yourself, the world and other people. And sometimes you will feel more direct empathy for the suffering you see, and you generally want to help them out. You seem to have new understanding of yourself, that we are all in the same. What is done to help one is done for help to all. That is a new dimension of yourself mentally, and you'll upgrade yourself. During this particular time, Aquarius, you may find a person who acts as a spiritual teacher for you. But remember that such a person can come in any form. He or she need not be someone who's publicly recognized as a teacher. The answer is no. Even an old friend may suddenly assume this role. Or you may feel that something in you need to be healed now, and this person will come forward and help you. It is possible that you will play this role for someone else. You're also very concerned about spiritual truth and wisdom now. You may pass on what you learn during this particular transit to others. In the general way, this transit may incline you to the study of metaphysics or the occult. In the hidden aspect of your existence, you seek knowledge that will give you support and comfort as well as meaning for your life. This transit may even signify a greater involvement with Orthodox religion and your religious practices. So whenever you will go through these situations, Aquarius, if your 5th house, 7th house, 9th house are occupied with Venus, Mercury or Rahu. Number 2, you're feeling restless and going through a lot of uncertainties, fear, anxiety, paranoia. Number 3, if you're going through huge financial losses. Number 4, going through poverty. 5, going through living conflicts and arguments. And please do these tasks to raise your Jupiter from 12th house. Number 1, do wear a fine quality astrological activated golden yellow sapphire and gold square pendant around your neck. At the same time, you can wear it around in the right hand's index finger if you want to. Number 2, do keep a long ponytail of your back of your hair from here. You should. Number 3, do wear a white color cap or beige color cap on your head, especially if you're going through legal conflict. If you have a conflict with higher authority, then please do wear that.